Over 40 and still defaulting to the shoes you wore in your 20s? That one habit quietly drags down every outfit, even the great jacket, even the perfect jeans. Shoes are the first thing people clock and the last thing they forget. They signal your standards before you speak. Today, I'll show you the 5 shoe mistakes that make men look dated, less polished, and less successful, and the simple upgrades that instantly sharpen your whole look. We're talking categories: when to wear what, color and style that flatter, quality tells you can spot in seconds, a maintenance routine that actually sticks, and fit that feels good all day. Because here's the truth: great style starts from the ground up. Get your footwear right, and everything above it looks better. Your posture, your proportions, your presence. Mistake number 1, the athletic shoe addiction. Let's start with the biggest and most common mistake I see everywhere. And this one's going to hurt because it's so widespread among men over 40. If you're wearing athletic shoes for everything except actual athletics, you're broadcasting that you either don't understand appropriate dressing or that you've given up on looking sophisticated and put together. The everywhere sneaker problem. I see men wearing running shoes to dinner, basketball shoes to business meetings, and cross trainers to social events. These shoes were designed for specific athletic activities, not as all-purpose footwear for a mature man's lifestyle. When you wear athletic shoes to non-athletic situations, you're sending the message that comfort is your only priority and that you don't understand or care about appropriate dressing. This makes you look younger in a bad way, like you haven't matured into understanding adult dress codes. I had a client who couldn't figure out why he wasn't being taken seriously in business meetings despite wearing expensive suits. The problem was that he was pairing those suits with white running shoes because they were more comfortable. The moment we got him proper dress shoes, his professional presence transformed completely. The comfort excuse trap. The most common justification I hear is, "But they're so comfortable." Here's the reality: comfort and looking appropriate aren't mutually exclusive. There are plenty of dress shoes and casual leather shoes that are comfortable once you find the right fit and quality. The comfort excuse is often just an excuse to avoid learning about proper footwear or investing in quality shoes that actually fit your feet properly. Good leather shoes, properly fitted, can be just as comfortable as sneakers while looking infinitely more sophisticated. The age appropriateness issue. Athletic shoes on men over 40 often create a disconnect between your age and your appearance that makes you look like you're trying too hard to appear younger or like you don't understand age-appropriate dressing. There's something about a middle-aged man in sneakers that suggests he hasn't fully embraced his maturity or doesn't understand the sophisticated image he should be projecting at his stage in life. The professional credibility problem. In business settings, athletic shoes can seriously undermine your professional credibility. They suggest that you don't understand professional dress codes, that you don't pay attention to details, or that you don't take the situation seriously enough to dress appropriately. Even in casual business environments, there's usually a difference between business casual and athletic shoes typically fall into the wrong category for professional settings. The quality and investment reality. Here's something most men don't consider. A good pair of leather dress shoes or quality casual leather shoes will last for years with proper care, while athletic shoes need to be replaced frequently and weren't designed for the wear patterns of everyday walking. When you factor in longevity, quality leather shoes are often a better investment than constantly replacing athletic shoes that wear out from uses they weren't designed for. What actually works? For business settings, you need proper dress shoes, Oxfords, Darbys, or loafers in black, brown, or burgundy leather. For casual situations, quality leather casual shoes, boat shoes, or sophisticated sneakers designed for fashion rather than athletics can work. The key is understanding that different situations call for different types of footwear, and athletic shoes should be reserved for actual athletic activities. But even if you graduate from athletic shoes, this next mistake can completely destroy your sophisticated appearance. Mistake number 2, the cheap shoe disaster. This is where many men think they're being practical or smart with money, but they're actually creating a false economy that makes them look less successful and less sophisticated than they actually are. The obvious quality problem. Cheap shoes look cheap, period. The leather is thin and plasticky, the construction is poor, the proportions are off, and the overall appearance immediately signals low quality to anyone who knows what to look for. Here's what happens when you wear obviously cheap shoes. They undermine every everything else about your outfit, no matter how expensive or well-fitted your clothes are. People might not consciously think cheap shoes, but they'll sense that something looks off or low quality about your overall appearance. The durability disaster. Cheap shoes fall apart quickly, which means you're constantly replacing them. They don't hold their shape, the soles wear unevenly, the uppers crack and deteriorate, and they generally start looking shabby much faster than quality shoes. This creates a cycle where you're constantly buying new cheap shoes instead of investing in quality shoes that would last for years and actually save you money in the long run. The comfort catastrophe. Ironically, cheap shoes are often less comfortable than quality shoes because they're made with inferior materials, poor construction, and little attention to how feet actually work. The leather doesn't breathe, the insoles provide no support, and the overall fit is usually poor. Quality shoes are made with better materials, superior construction techniques, and more attention to foot health and comfort. They're an investment in both your appearance and your physical well-being. The proportion and shape problems. Cheap shoes often have poor proportions. They're too bulky, too narrow, too long, or just oddly shaped in ways that make your feet look bad and throw off the proportions of your entire outfit. Quality shoes are designed with better understanding of foot anatomy and aesthetic proportions. They make your feet look better and contribute to the overall balance and sophistication of your appearance. The professional perception issue. In professional settings, cheap shoes can seriously undermine your credibility and suggest that you either don't have good judgment about quality or don't have the resources to invest in proper professional attire. This might not be fair, but it's reality. People make judgments about your success, attention to detail, and professional competence based on the quality of your shoes, often subconsciously. The investment mindset shift. Instead of thinking about shoes as an expense, start thinking about them as an investment in your professional and personal success. Quality shoes that last for years and always look good are actually more economical than constantly replacing cheap shoes. A good pair of dress shoes and a good pair of casual leather shoes can handle most situations in a man's life and will serve you well for years if properly cared for. What quality looks like. Quality shoes have good leather that feels substantial, clean stitching, proper proportions, and construction details that suggest attention to craftsmanship. They might cost more up front, but they look better, feel better, and last longer. Look for shoes with leather soles, or at least leather-looking soles, good stitching, and proportions that look balanced and sophisticated rather than clunky or awkward. But even quality shoes won't help if you're making this next critical mistake. Mistake number 3, the color and style catastrophe. This is where most men over 40 either play it too safe and boring or make completely inappropriate choices that age them or make them look out of touch. The all-black trap. If your shoe collection consists entirely of black shoes, you're limiting your versatility and missing opportunities to look more sophisticated and interesting. Black shoes work for formal situations and some business settings, but they're not appropriate for everything. Black shoes with brown belts, black shoes with casual outfits, black shoes in situations that call for brown leather. These combinations look wrong to anyone who understands men's style, and they suggest that you don't understand the nuances of coordinating colors and formality levels. The wrong brown problem. On the other hand, some men choose brown shoes in shades or styles that don't work with their coloring or their wardrobe. Not all browns are created equal, and the wrong shade of brown can look cheap, dated, or inappropriate for your skin tone and clothing choices. Light brown shoes can look too casual for business settings, while dark brown shoes might not provide enough contrast with dark suits. Understanding which shades of brown work for your lifestyle and coloring is crucial. The overly trendy mistake. Some men over 40 try to stay current by choosing shoes that are too trendy, too young, or too fashion-forward for their age and lifestyle. Shoes with exaggerated details, unusual colors, or trendy silhouettes often look like you're trying too hard to appear younger or more fashionable than is appropriate. The goal is to look current and sophisticated, not trendy or like you're following young men's fashion. There's a difference between being stylish and being a fashion victim. The boring conservative trap. On the opposite end, some men choose shoes that are so conservative and traditional that they look outdated or boring. Plain black or brown shoes with no personality or style details can make you look like you've given up on being interesting or attractive. The goal is finding the sweet spot between appropriately sophisticated and interesting without being flashy or inappropriate. The occasion, mismatch, disaster. Many men don't understand that different situations call for different styles of shoes. Wearing formal dress shoes to casual weekend events or wearing casual loafers to business meetings immediately signals that you don't understand appropriate dressing. Understanding the difference between Oxford shoes, Derby shoes, loafers, boat shoes, and other styles, and knowing when each is appropriate is crucial for looking polished and appropriate in different situations. What actually works? For most men over 40, a foundation of quality shoes in versatile styles and colors will handle most situations. Brown leather shoes in rich, sophisticated shades are often more versatile than black and work with both business and casual outfits. Classic styles like Oxfords, Derbys, and quality loafers in brown, burgundy, or black can handle most situations while looking sophisticated and age-appropriate. The color coordination strategy. Your shoes should coordinate with your belt and complement the overall color palette of your outfit. Brown shoes work with brown, tan, navy, gray, and many other colors. Black shoes are more limited but work well in formal situations and with gray or black outfits. The key is understanding how shoe color affects the overall impression of your outfit and choosing colors that enhance rather than clash with your clothing choices. But color and style won't matter if you're making this next maintenance mistake. Mistake number 4, the maintenance neglect disaster. This is where many men completely undermine their investment in quality footwear by failing to take care of it properly, making even expensive shoes look cheap and unkempt. The no-care approach. If you're wearing leather shoes without ever cleaning, conditioning, or polishing them, you're allowing them to deteriorate much faster than necessary and making them look progressively worse over time. Leather is a natural material that needs care to maintain its appearance and durability. Without proper maintenance, even expensive shoes will quickly look cheap, dry, cracked, and unprofessional. The scuff and scratch acceptance. Many men seem to accept scuffs, scratches, and general wear as inevitable and don't understand that most of this damage can be prevented or repaired with proper care and maintenance. Scuffed, scratched, or obviously worn shoes immediately make you look less polished and less attentive to detail, regardless of how expensive the shoes were originally or how well they fit. The wrong storage problem. Throwing shoes in a pile at the bottom of your closet, storing them in ways that damage their shape, or not using shoe trees to maintain their form will quickly ruin even quality shoes. Proper storage is part of shoe maintenance and is necessary to keep shoes looking good and lasting, as long as they should. Shoe trees, proper spacing, and organized storage aren't vanity, they're practical necessities. The sole neglect issue. Many men ignore the condition of their shoe soles until they're completely worn through, not realizing that worn soles make you look less polished and can often be repaired or replaced before they reach the point of no return. Quality shoes can often be resoled, which extends their life significantly and is much more economical than replacing them. But this requires paying attention to sole condition before it's too late. The polish and conditioning reality. Regular polishing and conditioning aren't just about appearance, they're about protecting your investment and ensuring that your shoes last as long as possible while always looking their best. Well-maintained shoes always look more expensive and sophisticated than poorly maintained shoes, regardless of their original cost. This maintenance is particularly important for men over 40, where attention to detail becomes more crucial. What proper maintenance looks like. Regular cleaning, conditioning, and polishing keep leather shoes looking good and extend their life significantly. Using shoe trees maintains their shape, and proper rotation, not wearing the same shoes every day, allows them to rest and recover between wears. This doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming, but it does need to be consistent. A few minutes of care per week can keep your shoes looking great for years. The professional services option. For busy men, professional shoe care services can handle the heavy-duty maintenance while you handle the day-to-day care. Many cities have shoe repair shops that offer cleaning, polishing, and repair services. This is often a good investment for expensive shoes or shoes that you wear frequently in professional settings where appearance is particularly important. But even perfect maintenance won't help if you're making this final fit mistake. Mistake number 5. The fit disaster. This is potentially the most important mistake because even the most expensive, highest quality, perfectly maintained shoes will look wrong and feel uncomfortable if they don't fit properly. The size assumption problem. Many men assume they know their shoe size and buy shoes without trying them on, not realizing that shoe sizes vary significantly between brands and styles, and that their feet may have changed size over the years. Your feet can change due to age, weight changes, health issues, or simply from years of wearing improperly fitted shoes. The size you wore at 25 might not be the size you need at 45. The width ignorance issue. Most men don't even know that shoes come in different widths, and they assume that all shoes in their size should fit the same way. But feet vary significantly in width, and wearing shoes that are too narrow or too wide can be uncomfortable and look wrong. Shoes that are too narrow create bulging and discomfort, while shoes that are too wide look sloppy and can cause your feet to slide around inside the shoe, creating an awkward gait and appearance. The length versus comfort confusion. Some men buy shoes that are too long because they feel more comfortable, not realizing that this makes their feet look bigger and throws off the proportions of their entire outfit. Shoes should fit your feet properly in both length and width. If you need to go up in length to get comfortable with, you need a different width size, not a longer shoe. The break-in period misunderstanding. Many men either avoid shoes that require a break-in period or assume that uncomfortable shoes will eventually become comfortable through breaking in. Both approaches are wrong. Quality leather shoes may require a brief break-in period, but they shouldn't be painful or extremely uncomfortable. Shoes that cause significant discomfort are probably the wrong size or style for your feet. The professional fitting advantage. Getting professionally fitted for shoes, especially dress shoes, can be a revelation for men who have been wearing the wrong sizes for years. A good shoe salesperson can assess your foot shape, gait, and needs to recommend appropriate styles and sizes. This is particularly important for men over 40 whose feet may have changed since their last proper fitting and who may have developed foot issues that affect their shoe needs. The comfort versus appearance balance. The goal is finding shoes that are both comfortable and appropriate for your lifestyle and dress requirements. This might require trying different styles, brands, or sizes until you find what works for your particular feet. Comfortable shoes that look appropriate are an investment in both your appearance and your physical well-being. Uncomfortable shoes will affect your posture, gait, and overall confidence. The custom and semi-custom options. For men with difficult-to-fit feet or those who want the best possible fit and quality, custom or semi-custom shoes can be worth the investment. These shoes are made specifically for your feet and can address fit issues that off-the-rack shoes can't solve. While expensive, custom shoes can be more economical in the long run if you have trouble finding good-fitting shoes or if you wear dress shoes frequently in professional settings. The multiple pair strategy. Having multiple pairs of quality shoes allows you to rotate them, which extends their life and ensures that you always have appropriate footwear for different situations. This also allows your shoes to rest and recover between wears. The strategy is to invest in a few pairs of quality shoes rather than many pairs of cheap shoes. This approach gives you better fit, better appearance, and better long-term value. Now here's how all of these elements work together to create a complete shoe strategy. The complete shoe mastery system. Here's how all of these elements combine to create a shoe wardrobe that enhances your appearance and serves your lifestyle effectively. The foundation strategy. Start with 2 or 3 pairs of quality shoes that can handle most situations in your life. A pair of brown dress shoes, a pair of black dress shoes, and a pair of brown casual leather shoes or quality loafers. These 3 pairs will handle most business, social, and casual situations while providing variety and allowing you to rotate your shoes for better care and longevity. The quality investment approach. It's better to own 2 pairs of quality shoes that fit properly and look great than 5 pairs of cheap shoes that look obviously low quality. Focus on getting the basics right before expanding your shoe collection. Quality shoes are an investment in your professional and personal image, and they'll serve you better and longer than multiple pairs of cheap alternatives. The maintenance excellence system. Develop simple, consistent routines for caring for your shoes. This includes regular cleaning and polishing, using shoe trees, proper storage, and rotation to allow shoes to rest between wears. This maintenance doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming, but it does need to be consistent to keep your shoes looking their best and lasting as long as possible. The fit optimization process. Take the time to get properly fitted and find brands and styles that work well for your particular feet. This might require trying shoes from different manufacturers or working with a knowledgeable salesperson. Once you find brands and styles that fit you well, you can often purchase additional pairs with confidence, though you should still try them on when possible. The Situation Appropriateness Guide. Understand which shoes are appropriate for which situations and build your collection to cover the situations you encounter regularly. Business formal, business casual, social events, and weekend casual may all require different types of shoes. The goal is being appropriately dressed for any situation without having to own dozens of pairs of shoes. Strategic selection can provide versatility without excess. The long-term strategy. Think of shoe buying as a long-term investment rather than a short-term expense. Quality shoes, properly cared for, can last for years and always make you look polished and sophisticated. As your shoe collection develops, you can add more variety and specialized options, but always maintain the focus on quality, fit, and appropriateness over quantity or trendiness. Your shoe transformation plan. Here's exactly how to implement everything we've discussed to build a shoe wardrobe that enhances your appearance and serves your lifestyle. Phase 1. The Honest Assessment. Week 1. Look at your current shoe collection with brutal honesty. Which shoes make you look sophisticated and appropriate, and which ones are undermining your appearance? Get rid of shoes that are obviously cheap, poorly fitting, or inappropriate for your age and lifestyle. This might mean eliminating most or all of your current shoes, but it's necessary to start fresh. Phase 2. The Professional Fitting. Week 2. Go to a quality shoe store and get professionally fitted. Try on different styles and brands to understand what works best for your feet and lifestyle needs. Don't buy anything yet. Just learn about your actual size, width, and what styles work well for your foot shape and proportions. Phase 3. The Foundation Investment. Weeks 3 to 4. Invest in your first pair of quality dress shoes, probably brown Oxfords or derbies that can work with most business and semi-formal situations. Focus on getting the fit, quality, and style exactly right rather than trying to build your entire collection at once. This first pair will teach you what to look for in future purchases. Phase 4. The Maintenance System Setup. Week 5. Invest in basic shoe care supplies, shoe trees, polish, cleaning cloths, and appropriate storage solutions. Learn how to clean and polish your shoes properly. Develop routines for daily care using shoe trees, rotation, and weekly maintenance, cleaning and polishing that will keep your shoes looking their best. Phase 5. The Strategic Expansion. Weeks 6 to 10. Add a second pair, probably black dress shoes or brown casual leather shoes, depending on your lifestyle needs and what you chose for your first pair. Continue to focus on quality and fit rather than rushing to fill out your collection. Each new pair should serve a specific purpose and enhance your overall options. Phase 6. The Complete System. Ongoing. Continue building your collection strategically, adding shoes that fill gaps in your wardrobe coverage or provide variety within categories you already have covered. Always maintain focus on quality, fit, and appropriateness rather than accumulating shoes for the sake of having options. Conclusion. Your foundation for success. Look, I need to be completely honest with you. Your shoes are the foundation of every outfit you wear, and they're communicating more about you than you probably realize. The detail that makes the difference. People notice shoes more than most men think, and they're making subconscious judgments about your attention to detail, your success level, your professionalism, and your personal standards based on what's on your feet. The right shoes can elevate even simple outfits and make you look more polished, more successful, and more sophisticated than men who ignore this crucial detail. The investment that pays dividends. Quality shoes are an investment in your professional and personal success. They last longer, look better, and contribute to an overall impression of competence and sophistication that can affect how people treat you and the opportunities you receive. This isn't about vanity or spending money unnecessarily. superficially. It's about understanding that your appearance affects how others perceive and respond to you, and shoes are a crucial part of that appearance. The confidence connection. When your shoes look great and feel comfortable, you carry yourself differently. You walk with more confidence, you stand straighter, and you project an image of someone who has his act together. This confidence affects every interaction you have and contributes to success in both professional and personal relationships. The maturity advantage. Understanding and implementing proper shoe choices is one of the things that separates sophisticated, mature men from those who haven't learned to dress appropriately for their age and station in life. This knowledge gives you an advantage over men who are still making these common mistakes and undermines their appearance and credibility. The action step. Start with an honest assessment of your current shoes. Are they helping your appearance or hurting it? Are they appropriate for your age and lifestyle? Do they fit properly and look well maintained? Choose one improvement to make this week. Whether that's getting rid of inappropriate shoes, investing in one pair of quality shoes, or simply taking better care of what you already own. The long-term vision. Building a proper shoe wardrobe is a process, not a one-time purchase. Focus on gradually building a collection of quality shoes that serve your actual lifestyle needs rather than trying to have every possible option. The goal is having appropriate, well-fitting, well-maintained shoes for every situation you encounter regularly, not having the most shoes or the most expensive shoes. If you found this helpful and want more advice on building a sophisticated wardrobe that actually works for your lifestyle, subscribe for day content that focuses on practical style advice for mature men. And let me know in the comments, what's your biggest shoe challenge? Are you struggling with finding the right fit, understanding what's appropriate, or maintaining what you already own? Your questions help me create content that addresses the real issues men face. Until next time, remember, your shoes are your foundation. Get the foundation right, and everything else becomes easier. Get it wrong, and even your best efforts will be undermined by what's on your feet. Start from the ground up. Your confidence and success depend on it.